Hey, have you kids seen the newest batch of the hottest, newest boomer shooter demos on Steam? Well, I have, and, well, who am I kidding? Hey, all you 35 to 42-year-old white men, want to check out some soon-to-be-released boomer shooters I found on Steam that might help you forget the Borderlands movie exists?
It's a world where Roland is a guy.
The excess leg.
You're too old to be standing.
And so I replied to, I unfollowed the guy, and I said, God damn it,
Roland is a
sexist
guy.
much, have to unfollow now.
Well, I chose 5 soon-to-be-released boomer shooter demos and played each of them for an hour, one after the other to see which of them deserves to be wishlisted and which of the 5 truly boomed the hardest. I go by a 10-point rating scale. 3 points are dedicated solely to gameplay. This includes the controls, feel of the guns, and innovations in terms of gameplay. 3 points are dedicated to graphics and music, and another 3 points is dedicated to exploration, level variety, and ambiance. And the last point is for the game Shotgun, because that's all that really matters if it booms or not. Now that we know the rating scale, let's see the menu. I'm gonna be honest with you, middle-aged white people. Just looking at this game's store page on Steam, and its trailer had me sold. A SNES-style boomer shooter with enemy character models that look straight out of a SNES or PS1 Capcom game, that game being Mega Man, and as a fellow out-of-shape middle-aged white guy that hates to live off of stereotypes, but yeah, I get a serious chub when anyone does anything with a Mega Man feel. When I was 8 years old, I had every Mega Man game, and for me, Mega Man 4 was just as good as Super Mario Bros. 3, and better than Mega Man 2. No Mega Buster in your precious Mega Man 2. Fight me. You know I'm right. Sadly, I only owned a Sega Genesis during the Great War of SNES and Genesis, and the only Mega Man game I could play for it was whatever this game was I rented from Blockbusters. Oh, I'm getting a nostalgia chub now, but now it's gone because I remembered I never got to play the Mega Man X series. In fact, the next Mega Man games after this thing I would play would be Mega Man 64, which sucked, and Mega Man 8, which let you ride a snowboard like Punky Skunk rolled rollerblades. Punky Skunk is a better game than Mega Man 8. Fight me about it, you know I'm right. After those games, I lost interest in Mega Man, but much like a 37-year-old middle-aged out-of-shape white guy hearing Sony tease another Sephiroth video game / mobile / interactive movie thing, it doesn't stop my nostalgia chub from tingling. Heck, games like Berserk Boy and Gravity Circuit I want to buy just for the Mega Man brawler shooter feel I crave for. So you can only imagine how I felt when I saw a demo for a game that was trying to combine 2 things I love, Duke Nukem-style boomer shooter with a Mega Man aesthetic. Sign me up, baby. Little did I know that upon starting this demo that has no release date set in stone would have a huge surprise waiting for me, something I had not seen since 2006 and later again in 2014 before Bethesda ate its under-budget remains and shit out the remaining excrement to provide as sustenance for the overworked, starving Fallout 76 development team. But enough shitting on Bethesda, not like they don't deserve it, but Petaka doesn't deserve having me waste all my time crapping on a glass table that Todd Howard is lying under. So let's talk about the game. First things first, my middle-aged white people, is that if you truly want to have a good time with Petaka, you need to play it on the hard difficulty. I did a quick play test before I played it fully for an hour, and on normal, this game is just too easy. If you really want to feel what this game is about and have at least a little bit of a challenge, trust me, start it on hard, which honestly isn't that difficult even. But let's talk about the music and graphics first. Top fucking notch. Which I gotta say, with this game and Sulaco, it's amazing what people are doing with the B.O.T.B.S.D engine. At first I thought this was Unity because of the flatline corpse animations, but no, this is B.O.T.B.S.D. And come on, you can't tell me from the SNES to Jaguar sprite work, the phenomenal character animations, the rich color palette, that visually this game is a home run. And while Sulaco showed off physics for the B.O.T.B.S.D engine, Petaka really shows how far, with true dedication, a visually colorful presentation can be done so exceedingly well. So, chef's kiss on graphics alone, and the game gets a point for that. The music is good, though in all fairness it has a high bar to reach considering the standard Mega Man soundtracks I've already set. But for what it is, it's good. The level select area also reminds me of the NES Final Fantasy music, so Again, music gets a point, and hopefully the soundtrack will reach those Mega Man standards, but still good. Next, let's talk about the controls, the way how the guns feel, and the innovation this game shows. These won't take long to discuss because the game does a phenomenal job on all three, with a slight exception which we'll get to later. First off, the controls get a point because they're smooth, you move at a good pace, sensitivity by default is perfect, you got weapon keys, and your scroll to cycle through your weapons. Platforming is well done, and hit detection with those weapons feels perfect. Speaking of those weapons, in the demo I only discovered 3 weapons. Your pistol, which operates like a mini SMG, and its alt fire, much like Mega Man, is a charged up Mega Buster. Easily my favorite weapon of the game, and you can dual wield this gun, which it gets a complete chef's kiss. You have a machine gun that also operates as a long-range rifle when using alt fire, and it feels great, though I wish the zoom in was solely clicking the right mouse button as compared to holding it, as you will find yourself zooming in closer than maybe you wanted, but it's still useful and fun. Last gun is the shotgun, and I'm kinda mixed on this one. Its regular shot can take 2 hits on an enemy to kill, while the Mega Buster for your pistol seems stronger, so the shotgun gets outclassed, especially when you take in the reload speed. It's not a bad shotgun, really, just slightly inconvenient. The alt fire fires off all 4 shots in your shotgun magazine clip storage unit thing, which is great in a pinch, but again, you risk the reload time if you use it. So while the feel of the guns gets a point from me, I can't give it the holy shotgun point when the Mega Buster pistol outclasses it immediately. That leaves us with innovation, and while Petaka is technically not doing anything new, it is borrowing game mechanics from Prey. No, not that one, Prey 2006. And while it doesn't take cool stuff from that game like gravity manipulation or badass intros with Don't Fear the Reaper.
Tommy, are you crazy? You could have killed them!
Maybe I should.
What the hell?
And we're just now getting word that...
Or Jenny's ears. It does take portal manipulation from that game, more so for level progression or stage selection, but god is it so cool to see this again, and while technically not original, since we are almost at the 20-year anniversary of Tommy's battle with gross men hitting on his girlfriend, and grosser aliens performing experiments on her without her consent. Fact is, I haven't seen this in forever, so that's enough for me to give it a point in terms of innovation. Here's some highlights of me fangirling.
It's Prey. It's just like Prey, but Mega Man. It's like 2 things came together and jizzed everywhere.
So let's finish on what makes a boom shooter truly boom, and that's level variety, ambiance, and exploration. Let's start with exploration, and I'm sure some of you used to games with open worlds think of this as a qualification, and let me just state, no such thing exists. There is no such thing as an open world boomer shooter, plus it would be trash, and boring, and defeat the whole idea. In games like Doom or Duke Nukem, you could find weapons, secret levels, Scott's head. This was Easter eggs for the elderly, and I'm happy to say Petaka fits that style in this demo. You start off with just your fist, and honestly punching feels good and looks great. Sure, you won't use it ever again unless ammo in the full release becomes scarce ever. After getting the pistol, I discovered a secret earlier that opened a door for me, allowing me to get dual pistols earlier than if I went the straightforward approach, and now completely outclassing the shotgun. Later on, I on accident went through a waterfall and found the rifle early. The game also goes by a required card key system, and usually this would be annoying, but in Petaka, it's done more like a Metroidvania. After you get a key, or 2 or 3, or however many keys you find in the level determines which levels you can choose from the next. And maybe this becomes annoying later on in the game, but now it feels like a reward compared to tedium. So exploration gets a point, but how about the game's ambiance?
I started getting a little bit of a headache, so he took me upstairs. And he showed me these things called Wookiees. And now this headache is getting stronger.
Now, I don't know how much I honestly need to go into the ambiance of the game, because it's Mega Man, and unless you slept through the first 5 minutes of this video, I think I established this game just hits the feels so well that ambiance gets a point, which leaves level variation. And while I can't speak on the second level because I haven't played it yet, which seems like a nice themed level at least, the first level I played had numerous locations, from outdoor deserts, tight pixel corridors, battle arenas, and those nifty portals that can switch the theme of the level immediately, so level variety as well gets a point. But let's talk about the bad, which luckily is nitpicky at best. The boss fight I played, while fun, was quickly predictable and didn't give me much of a fight. And in honor of Mega Man, I hope that improves the further you get. Difficulty is an issue, because I never died in my playthrough on the hard difficulty from my first time playing it. In fact, this is the closest to a death I had in my hour playthrough. But again, this is the first hour of the game, so if the idea is to baby me in so I'm ready for what is to come, then I can look past that. But outside of that, I'm pretty hyped for this one, whenever the hell it ever comes out. Also, it's published by Hellforged, and based on the bulk of my demos, I'll be playing quite a bit of their games. I guess when Apogee and 3D Realms drops the ball, maybe Hellforge is the one to pick it up. Also, I hope the music gets closer to the Mega Man feel. So let's score this up for my first hour with Petaka. I gave it 1 point for controls, guns, and innovation. Music I gave 1 point, graphics now gets the remaining 2, bringing the score up to 6. And then you add points for exploration, level variety, and ambiance, and I can already give this the "this game gave me cancer wishlist boomer boom seal of approval" thing. And this hour gets a 9 out of 10.
Head, motherfuckers!
Bane Murrain. Bane Murrain is the... No, you're better than that. Make him wait. I was hyped for Bane Murrain, not for the game's Steam page photo, which doesn't exist anymore, and it was Helltakers, which is a totally innocent game. Trust me, I know. On its surface, Bane Murrain looks like any other cheaply thrown together boomer shooter running on the Unity engine, and while the latter half of this game's Steam page trailer gave me high hopes for the game in terms of gameplay, things like the game's Doom Guy character model looks bad. The shotgun, whether animation or, well, we'll get to more about the shotgun for this game later, or our lead protagonist's voice.
Seems to have worked so far. Repent, motherfuckers! Knock knock! Let me in! Knock knock? Hello?
So many red flags just from the trailer alone, so if the gameplay isn't what won me over to getting hyped for this game, then what did? For me, I wish I was a game developer, a story lead, or a producer for this video game, because with every bad idea from this development team, I would tell them,
"Shut your fucking mouth! No problem, John. Shut the fuck up, you cunt!"
while honing in on the things this game can excel at. That animation is nice. But sadly, I'm just a middle-aged, neck-bearded, out-of-shape white guy with an overinflated sense of my own opinion and self-worth. With that being said, booting up this demo, whether with the laughably bad title menu looking like 10-year-old me made it in Microsoft Paint in 1997, this game right off the bat feels like it was made by one person, just to test out the feels of their progress and understanding of how far they had come along with the Unity engine. Which is fine, because trust me, there are far worse examples of this. Starting the game, you're greeted with what I can only assume was an asset test by the developers. Boxes just randomly for no reason drop on the screen. You're told W.A.S.D is to move, and all the other basic tutorials that gets the old man version of me screaming at the clouds to 10. Colored doors require card keys, which is obviously not a tired design in boomer shooters.
Alright, let's go open a door. Knock knock. Let me in! Knock knock? Hello?
Secrets are labeled with red eye insignias, which for some reason I need to be told this cause, you know, immersion. Left click is to fire your gun, which I had already assumed this well before the tutorial pop-in when I walked into the room and just shot the lazily pasted targets on a wall that were never present earlier in playing so far. It teaches you to shoot these enemies armed before you can kill them, or just leave them in armless purgatory because with no arms they can't do anything anymore. Luckily this enemy variety, which at least only this guy is the only one of the enemies you have to do that with. So, variety. This all, on just the tutorials, seems so by the numbers with all the calling cards of borrowed Unity assets that at this point I was just about to call this game a lost cause.
But wait! There's more!
Until... with no warning, the game just goes pitch black, and a tutorial pop-up tells you how to use a flashlight. At first I thought it might just be broken design, because what else would tell me otherwise? Until...
more!
well lit there.
Ah! What's with all the friggin' key cards?
Because this one's a screamer!
Not only did the level morph into something else just by turning around, but it gives you the sense that everything you were shown up until this point was to get you into a safe place of baby made his first boomer shooter on Unity vibes, but much like Brad Pitt taught us.
Perhaps. But appearances can be deceptive. Yeah.
What?
Now that is a badass intro to a game. Give me all the most mundane exercises with some of the most lazy level design to lead into this, and the intro is a complete chef's kiss. But once we're back into the actual game, not only is the lazy level design back, but we get to hear our protagonist Danny. That can't be his real name. He never gets annoying.
Oh God! What the fuck happened? I'm at my apartment complex. Where are you? What is going on? What are these creatures? Wait, but where are you? Thanks for the fine dining. Here's your tip. Where are you, creature? Knock knock. Let me in. Why don't you make like a tree? Fucking die.
Wait, why don't you make like a tree?
Rats. I need a key. It's locked. Won't budge. Okay, can we take a time out for a second? I think I pulled a muscle. Let me in. Let me in! Ouch! Zeus! Well, that's all, folks. Ow! Zeus!
For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. You can do that if you just press the space bar over and over again.
Open for business. Oh, who wants to dance? Thinking cyberground. Hail to the king, baby. Who's next for the kill?
Shut your fucking mouth! Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
All in all, you're just another stain on the wall.
Yeah, I think I was wrong. So no one, including me, has any idea what the fuck is going on. And they talk about how little the fuck is going on for about another 5 minutes.
Fuck happened?
I don't know. Something's gone wrong.
Oh, finally, someone from HQ. What the hell's going on?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
This is what I can hear, at least, while shooting this game's version of imps. Things only get worse, as the enemy AI is either broken or just completely fucking stupid. Look at this one zombie. I killed it, and it just won't die. It will follow you around till you put the little bastard out of its misery. Is this one, like, broken zombie gonna follow me the whole way through? Alright, buddy, I'm gonna call you Clyde. Let's go, Clyde. If I did have any positives, it's definitely the music. Music's banging. Oh god! That genuinely scared me. Hey Clyde, I'm glad you're still... The enemy design is fine, except much like other Unity engine boomer shooters, the enemies feel like Paper Mario cutouts with no real sense of good hit detection. Oh, thank god it only takes 1 million headshots to kill these guys. Also, because of the animation style of the enemies, predicting their movements to see a pattern and how to strafe or avoid attacks is pointless, when the range of motion makes the marionettes from Team America look like Boston Science robots.
Here, you'd better have this.
So I got this game shotgun. Let's talk about it.
Oh, now this is a boomstick.
There we go. Yeah, oh, okay, you want to say it's a boomstick? Let's see. Let's see how much it booms. Alright. Kind of booms. I might have sounded complimentary there of the shotgun, but trust me, the shotgun makes no sense and loses its value almost immediately when groups of enemies in this boomer shooter include those enemies you gotta shoot the arms off of, and because hit detection is bad, it goes by Doom 3's shotgun logic of sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't logic. Also, the shotgun can do this. I might as well just get the shotgun ready, so I'll cock it 39 times, you know? Oh. Oh.
Oh god, the shotgun shells are disappearing.
Let's talk about level design. It's not great. Maybe it's just this level and the next one, but everything looks the fucking same. Every hallway, every corridor, also very linear in its way to approach level exploration in a boomer shooter. So might want to fix that if, you're going to label yourself a boomer shooter. To make matters worse, to advance, you need keycards.
Keycard get.
Yay, I found the keycard so I can advance in the fucking game.
And this took me forever to find it. Also, I found no secrets. Maybe because I was too busy getting pissed off by having no idea which way to go, or the fact I needed to find that stupid fucking key. But the levels just blend into one another. Very copy and paste feel. But good news, for all you hardcore players out there, the game features no checkpoints or save files. Yep, so if you enjoy starting at the beginning of the level after you die, you can enjoy that kind of thing. I sure as shit didn't.
Wait. No. No.
Ouch! Ouch! All in all, you're just another stain on the wall.
Yeah, I think I was wrong.
Okay, I've gone 10 minutes into burying this game, and that's not fair, because it's a demo of a game with no release date. But there's a good game here to be found, like if they fix everything and change everything to what I recommended it to be. I don't mind the Crunch Koopa kill. You don't have a release date. Oh. You got 30 days to Koopa kill. Oh, never mind. You're early access, so take as long as you like. So let's give this Boom its score. Bane Murrain does get 2 points for its controls and guns. They do this fine enough. As for innovation, no. Music gets a point. Music's bagging. And the graphics, nah. Level exploration, level variety and ambiance, no, and no. As for the holy point, so yeah, that's 3 out of 10 booms for this demo. Maybe since it's early access, improvements can happen. This might never be finished, so who knows. But for now...
Why don't you make like a tree and fucking die?
Wait, why don't you make like a tree?
B.O.T.B.S.D is a new roguelike first-person shooter game coming soon to Steam. Oh, it already released. I gotta get quicker at editing, like less than a month to make this video I just made. B.O.T.B.S.D is a spiritual successor / sequel thing to a video game called B.O.T.B.S.D. And just so it can be known going forward to why I do this, I will be disqualifying this game from this list and as a boomer shooter. Now in all fairness, this game on its Steam page never once has the tag boomer shooter on it, but based on the trailer, I thought it would be a fun, innovative take on boomer shooters, much like a Mullet Mad Jack or Angry Foot. And while this game does do a lot of interesting stuff from a hefty amount of recorded character dialogue...
Weren't never really in the cards, Miss Rosa. Best beam us on down. Blow that jump lock open before he gets here.
Now we can leave this shithole.
8 playable characters, each different from the last, though the demo only allows 2 playable characters as far as I can tell. It's a procedurally generated game from levels to bosses. It's roguelike, so why would I disqualify it? It's slow. It's way too slow to be a boomer shooter. It's practically on rails, but add 3 miles per hour of mobility. That doesn't make it a bad game, because the graphics are great, voice acting is great, atmosphere is wonderful, and it's a game of primarily boss fights, and being a Mega Man lover myself, that is music to my ears. But again, you can't be this slow with this little level exploration and expect me to call it a boomer shooter. It's why when I finally do my classic boomer shooter reviews, which Believe me, I have plenty with varying degrees of being a boomer shooter effectively. You'll never see me play that Rambo game, though I do really want to play that redemption story for the developer in their RoboCop game.
He's a man, not a god. Come on, comrade. He's a man, not a god. Come on, comrade. He's a man, not a god.
Chef's kiss on going from the most hated game of the year to something that made RoboCop fans forget the last 35 years of bad media and representation. But regardless of me doing a review of this game that is already released and not really a boomer shooter, if you want to check out a shooter with a different creative approach to the genre, I think this might be a breath of fresh air for you. Well, this sucks. Not Harbinger. Well, it kinda sucked. Oh god. I'm assuming this might be a glitch. I don't even think double jump could save me here. Thanks, B.O.T.B.S.D. But maybe it doesn't anymore. I don't know. Only because the playtest demo has now been removed by the developer B.O.T.B.S.D, which sucked, cause I, for this whole bit, was going to pretend to be a insider pinky up prestigely privileged entitled video game tester, and pretend that I got exclusive access to play and you didn't for the joke. To be that all you had to do was press play now on the Steam page, as B.O.T.B.S.D would give you the approval to playtest his or hers game.
Excuse me, ladies. You're scantily clad and have nothing to do with the narrative. Therefore, it's sexist. Sorry.
But now I can't do that joke because today, this day of our Lord and Savior Punky Skunk, B.O.T.B.S.D removed the playtest demo. So, yeah, that actually makes me now a pinky up prestigely privileged entitled video game tester thing.
You know those mornings where you just want to watch TV, eat corn chips, and masturbate? Sure you do.
So, thanks for killing the bit.
Wow, that hurt.
The ultimate irony here is that B.O.T.B.S.D taking this game down was probably for the best. I'll explain that shortly, but this B.O.T.B.S.D fellow also made the free-to-play boomer shooter Cactus, which I can definitely recommend for the fact it's kinda good. But pay attention to this trailer, because you might see some similarities to it and its follow-up Harbinger, like how it borrows / reuses maps, enemy animations, guns, and every other asset from that game. Get to be a playtester for a lovely game called Harbinger. But this is the game right here, Harbinger. In fact, I even joined their Discord just recently. I'm Mary J. Blige. Back to the game. Harbinger, which I was one of the lucky ones to get to playtest it, and I'd like to get the nice things I have to say out of the way first. It won't take long. Controls, gameplay feels fine, has good movement and sensitivity, guns feel fine, and hit detection for enemies is okay. Music, at least when you're in the battle arena, is pretty metal. Okay, now that the nice things are said, and B.O.T.B.S.D did ask us playtesters before he or she took it down to give thoughts and suggestions, I've got a few. 100 of them. For starters, the main hub world. In Harbinger, you start off waking up from a slumber in a coffin as you make your way to this Halloween Spooky Town hub, as your main hub for transitioning to the next battle arena. You talk to this Pumpkinhead man and this Scarecrow dude as they tell you stuff about the world I was too lazy to read. After that, in this Spooky Town main hub, you find the next area to lead you to your next boomer arena. I want to go with blue. I like blue. Whether that be traveling through your choice of colored mystical balls or, which that's just adorable, I'll press F to pay respect. Picking up gravityless rats at B.O.T.B.S.D's gravesite. You can throw the rats, so that's another good thing. Go along, buddy. Oh. Too bad B.O.T.B.S.D didn't color one of these rats green, cause if you want a civvy's dick gets hard comment on your Steam page, you gotta give one of those mice cancer. The main hub, in all honesty, caused me my biggest headaches, whether it's areas of the map not being finished with invisible walls to tell me I've gone too far in the wrong direction, this pier, which I'm sure to you and anyone else would seem like an area with an Easter egg or transition you to the next battle arena, and technically it is an Easter egg since you find B.O.T.B.S.D as a floating cube Easter egg, Or you could see it as Dobrik's leaving a "I fucked up and this is a glitch that will force you to restart the demo" Easter egg cube. In short, navigating this main hub is not easy, and more often confusing, with the idea of level progression and exploration unlocking more of the main hub. When you do finally find one of these colored crystal spheres, you can finally play some of its arenas. And again, nothing really new to write about these arenas. You get a group of enemies, some charge at you, some shoot at you, and that's about it in terms of enemy variety. It's wave-based, so kill one enemy after the other, then go back to the main hub to get lost and frustrated all over again. I'm pretty sure, much like Cactus, this will be a free-to-play game, which on that merit has potential, but in its current janky, bug-riddled state, B.O.T.B.S.D made the right choice in pulling this game as a playtest demo, and I hope he or she can continue refining it into what they believe the game to truly be. But since it's an upcoming game with a demo that no longer exists, I'm gonna have to disqualify this one till the demo is re-released in a better state. But there is a game here, so good luck, B.O.T.B.S.D. Go long, buddy. Oh. AnitShoot is, okay, it's honestly time. The idea of these videos is to pick 5 random obscure boomer demos on Steam in hopes of finding a gem or two. I expect most of these demos are made by usually one person with Unity, but since when did a game being made by one person being good ever stop that one person from making an amazing game? Point is, while I'm a cynical asshole, my hope is I find more games like Petaka and less games like AnitShoot. This game is simply broken, and it will be tough to explain because it's control related, and that's always a tough thing to— wait, no it's not. You can't fucking strafe. In the most literal sense, imagine playing Half-Life or Doom and the only options you had were straight, backwards, left, and right. In other words, if you wanted to hold the W and D keys at the same time, to go forward in a slanted manner, like every game you ever played before, well fuck you, not an AnitShoot. So I rebooted the game because maybe I had left my controller in after playing Rocket League because only sex pests play Rocket League with a mouse and keyboard, which as we all know can completely fuck your controls and force you to reset and unplug that controller when you launch up Necrovision. So I reset the game, and still the same shit. Also, the mouse has no verticality, it's locked in where you see it. To completely be sure that this was the game, and not some unforced error on my end, I played the most overtly sensitive sensitivity first-person shooter, not Ultrakill, that I actually owned. Turbo Overkill, and yeah, it's still turbos and kills, so it's the fucking demo then. I fucked with the settings after I uninstalled and reinstalled the demo, and brought the sensitivity to as high as I can go, and yep, still no mouse verticality or ability to naturally strafe. It's fucked, which is a shame because based on the trailer and the small amount I could manage to see, is that this isn't an ugly game, but Mega Man X on a keyboard plays like shit, and so does this. And if Harbinger can take their demo down for quality change-of-life features and general maintenance, then why can't AnitShoot take itself down when it can actually function like a video game? So yeah, 3 disqualifications in a row. I gotta review something. Oh. You'll do. Oh my god, an actual game. A unique game if I've ever seen one. In Cactus, you play as a cactus. No, come on, seriously, in Cactus you play as Cactus. Little is known about this nameless cactus outside of the fact he can do badass superhero landings. It's essentially Serious Sam, kinda, but as a cactus. In Cactus, you yourself, the cactus, are the weapon. Your hands operate as machine guns, which not only do the animations for this look fucking amazing, though sadly reload is done much like Gears of War, where you've got to play a minigame just to reload, though fucking up is only a half a second difference. But look at these physics. Another reason I compare it to Serious Sam, more so for look than gameplay, even if they're similar in that too, is just how bright and expressive the levels are. Gameplay is fairly straightforward, even if you're a Cactus. You fight waves of raptors for some reason, you eventually unlock an ability with your alt fire for your Cactus hand machine guns that you can have it chain up and trigger a mass explosion of the group you just pricked. While it works, I hope the animation for this hits the point of over the top a little better, but it's fun. You eventually unlock a charge-up blast that I guess is this game's shotgun. I never used it. But yeah, I'm very psyched for this game, and think it just needs a couple of heres and theres and some matters of jank, and this game could be an indie home run. So let's score this one. Controls, as in mobility, gets a point. It feels great. However, gun controls, if it wasn't for that Gears of War loader, and the fact that I had only 2 guns during my playthrough, one of them I never used, cause it sucks. Innovation gets a point because you're a Cactus. Now come on, I still gotta finish this. Music gets a point and honestly has an epic feel, considering you're playing a game as a Cactus. Graphics gets 2 points, cause I mean, look at these physics. Level exploration is fine, but not much in the way of secrets, so I can't give it a point there. Same goes for level variety, cause the demo really only seems to be the desert, and hopefully it'll get diverse like Serious Sam did. As for ambiance, yes, of course it gets that point. You play as a Cactus. So that's 1 point for controls, 1 point for innovation, 3 points for music and graphics, and 1 point for ambiance, leaving the holy point, and no, I technically think this game doesn't even have a shotgun. So that's a 6 out of 10, and while I can't certify this one, I still think you should keep an eye out for it. Well guys, this journey has come to an end. And it's time to see which of the 5, 6 boomer shooters advances on in the battle of the boomer shooter demos. It's Petaka. Wishlisted now. Oh, almost forgot, my Bane Murrain pun. Bane Murrain is the bane of my existence.
Shut your fucking mouth! No problem, John. Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do-ba-do-ba.